All right, we're here with Daylight Basement Studios, and they have a booth here for a game called Rightfully, Beary Arms. Would you like to introduce yourself and explain the game a little bit?
Yeah, so I'm Chris, one of the devs on the project. Rightfully, Beary Arms is a top-down bullet hell twin-stick roguelite. We put a little bit more emphasis on meta progression and dungeon planning. So you can choose an influence dungeon rewards. When you beat a boss, you choose how the enemy gets more difficult. It's like an enemy upgrade, basically.
What was the inspiration behind the game to basically develop it, and what kind of started it?
Yeah, so we kind of tapped into a lot of I would say childhood nostalgia. Even the setting itself is like a kid imagining their teddy bear kind of protecting them against different things that they're thinking of or anxious about. But we also love bullet hells and roguelites, but we just wanted to also kind of put a little bit more strategy and thought above just the pure skill of most bullet hells.
How long did it take to develop it from the ground up?
It's been about 4.5 years because Mike and I have been working part-time on it. So it wasn't really until about 2 years ago, I think during COVID, a lot of developers kind of were able to get more time to focus on their projects. So similar for us.
Is there any other projects that maybe you guys have worked on since then, or is this the very first one?
This is our first one that we decided to really go for full production on. We've always kind of done hobby game dev in the past, and this is the product of us being all right, let's actually do something and get something to release.
What's been the one thing during the development of this? What's been the favorite thing during the whole development cycle?
I think it's by far actually getting into the hands of players and then seeing how they react to certain stuff, whether they pick up on certain cues or Easter eggs or little details I put into the game, and then they pick up on it, and then it's oh, they connected with that. That's really cool.
What's the release date of the game, or is it out already?
So it's currently out on Steam Early Access, but we are planning a full release sometime in 2024. We'll also be out on PC and Xbox.
Anything on the Nintendo Switch or maybe the PS5? Oh, you said PS5, right?
Xbox and PC. We're looking into other platforms, but nothing's for certain right now. Yeah.
What's personally, in the time that you played the game, what's your most favorite moment within the game?
I got a lot of neat little moments that I like. I think my favorite is yet to be released. So we're saving a lot of the narrative for 1.0. In early access, there's not too much narrative and story elements, and that's kind of by design, just so that people don't really get sick and tired of playing that over and over during early access. And I'd say there's certain narrative parts that I'm really looking forward to in the 1.0 release. So.
All right, that's kind of all the questions that I have. If you you can advertise all the stuff. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a lot of stuff that they're showing off. So if you show off everything.
Oh yeah, we got pins, we got postcards, a sweet cassette. We actually have the soundtrack on a cassette. Some people are what am I going to do with this? It's you can play it. Then we have collectors that come by and they love that. So yeah.
Especially for those who want the cassette or they want the soundtrack. Spotify QR code right down here if the camera sees it.
Yeah. We also have the when you get the cassette, you get a digital download with it.
That's cool.
With it too. So yeah.
All right, and anywhere people might want to follow you, keep up with the update of the game, or even maybe future projects? I
think Discord is usually the best. That's where we take a lot of community feedback. We do the most up to date on there. If you go to rbagame.com, you can connect to all of our socials. So Instagram, it's now X. I keep wanting to say Twitter.
Don't worry, it's gonna be hard to get used to that.
It's such a paramount change. I don't like it. But yeah, that's the easiest way to kind of catch up on all of our socials. So.
All right, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.